welcome to A1R Radio, my show, my segment, this hour, Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olsen. I'm here to do a couple of readings today. And first off, I just wanted to reiterate where you can find me if you'd like to get a reading or work with me. I also do life coaching. And I work with all different categories or different goals that you might have in your life, different things, anywhere from relationship to family to financial. I can help you with any of that. I would be happy to work with you. You can contact me at annaolsenintuitive.com. You can reach me on my contact page. Another good place is on Instagram. You do a little search window with @tinymediumqueendom. And then you can reach me on TikTok at AO Intuitive. That's A as in Anna, O as in Olsen, and then Intuitive, INTUITIVE. Or just go to my website, annaolsenintuitive.com. So today I'm going to do some readings. I'm excited because I'm going to do most of today straight readings. But first, I just want to talk a little bit about protection and why we need to protect and shield before we do a reading or go somewhere or meet a new person. And that is really just to protect our electromagnetic field from anything negative, even your own drama. Sometimes that can infect your electromagnetic field, and you want that nice and clean before you start a reading, before you meet a new person, before you're going to be in contact with people, that you might need protection from. So sometimes people are overwhelming or they're toxic, or, sometimes it's just you need a little bit of help to kind of like drown out excess noise or people when you're busy and you're doing something, even if you have to work. Sometimes if you go to work, on the way to work, you're in your car, or you're on a vacation with your family, you want to protect your car, your family, all of that, even not just energetically, but physically. And this can work in many different ways. You can just have light come through the top of your head and beam out through all of your cells into your electromagnetic field to light it up, protect it, and to create what you can imagine is the most powerful energy in the universe. Bethany in Sheffield, England in the UK is ready for reading today. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm happy to do a reading for you today. What would you like to spend time on today?
Just really what future holds for me.
Okay.
Please.
Sure, of course. You want me to just look at future specifically, anything specific in the future, or just future in general?
Just anything really. Anything you pick up.
I was just wondering if you have maybe a male in your life, an ex or a breakup, or maybe a divorce that you're still dealing with that could possibly affect your future right now?
I'm not sure. I do have someone in my life, yeah.
Okay. Because I see that there has been that influence, and a lot of it is financial from what I'm seeing. But Spirit is telling me that the surefire way to make sure that you're safe from this, and this is what I was kind of talking about at the beginning of this segment, is that we can protect ourselves energetically, not just physically, but energetically. And energetically, when you're thinking thoughts of like, I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm protected, our thoughts will really magnify those feelings from the thoughts into our electromagnetic field and protect us. And you, of course, can always do whatever you feel, is protective for you. Some people pray, some people meditate and see that white light around them protecting them. You can use, like spirit totems or guides, like the panther, or, the walking in front of you back and forth that protect you, like a guard. There are just so many modalities for protection, as I'm sure you're aware of. And I just think that you'll be fine. I think it's more or less that this ex had a hold on you emotionally, and it's still part of your thinking process. Was this a long-term relationship?
Around a year.
Yeah, because I feel like there was some influence on your way of thinking from this ex, and so I'm hoping that you are able to just understand your true worth and how that you deserve everything that you need, and that shouldn't be such a big deal. that it should just be easy for a partner. It shouldn't be a such a big, huge thing, and that you deserve that easily. And that the more that you start thinking of yourself as deserving, and that you're going to meet all your needs, and that's all that really matters right now, then I really feel like this will really correct this trajectory that you're on right now, just because I feel like he's still somewhat affecting the way that you're thinking and feeling about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah.
And so, I just hope that you can get out of this cycle that you've been on with this guy, with this person, and just really know that you deserve the best, and that those thoughts and those feelings will be able to help you go in the right path. And it really is just up to you protecting yourself emotionally, physically, and energetically from those past incidences, and then continuing that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling in today.
Thank you.
If you'd like to work with me or have more, back and forth, or reading from me, you can always go to my website at annaolsenintuitive.com. And thank you so
Yeah,
much for
I love
calling in.
Thank you very much. I'll have a look.
Thank you. I also have Gwendolyn from Massachusetts, USA on the line for a reading today. Gwendolyn, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. I just have a few things that I'm like really worried about. I've been very high anxiety about, like, I've been wondering if I should keep forward on the idea of getting my license to sell insurance as a career move. I mean, every time I turn around, like, there's something in the way that something gets in the way, and then I put it aside. And I don't know. I don't know if I should just leave the idea alone,
Okay.
or if
Well,
I should really go for it.
yeah, so you want to get a license to sell insurance, and um I'm feeling like that is a good path for you. I'm going to ask Spirit for some more specifics. I think that this is really just the trajectory of, like, usually what happens when you're going to get a license. And I know that it feels like it's just you right now. Trust me. I think anybody who's going through it feels like it's just them. But I think these are just normal things that can typically come into your path when you're on, this journey to do this work. I do think Spirit is confirming that you will do well in this job. It will be a good match for you.
I also feel that maybe sometimes the people that I'm surrounding myself with a lot lately might be also getting in the way.
Yeah, I think that's just about you setting boundaries and just saying, look, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I've decided. And then you just look at the target and go towards it. Because Spirit is showing me that there's some people who are around you who act rather childish. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I really feel like it's just up to you saying, look, this is my boundary. This is how my life is going to go. This is my plan. And this is how I am going to reach my goals by this plan that I've set. And if other people don't like it, it doesn't matter. If other people don't support you, then they don't get to be part of that journey. If they are doing things to sabotage you, because is this a parent? Like, is this a mom or a dad trying to sabotage?
No, my parents are both deceased, unfortunately. No, it's just it's an ex-boyfriend, I guess. Like, we have, like, any intimacy or anything like that has died years ago, but they just kind of stick around, and I feel like that's just to use me for, a place to stay or to eat or whatever it may be. But I've been on the lines of getting rid of that situation. And then I have a family friend, which they both fit into the category. The family friend helps me a lot with, like, rides and other places that I need to go, but they're both very, very childish and sabotage things.
Yeah, they don't understand how difficult it is for you to get your licensure to sell this insurance, and they don't really understand that journey. That's, I think, a big part of their immaturity is that They don't have a
Yeah, it's like
realistic.
anytime there's something good for me or a good path, they seem to have a problem with it.
Yeah, and that's not up to them. How old are you?
I'm 37 and I'm just got an apartment. I just, through a housing program, I was homeless for years. Just got, I lost 14 people in the past couple years, including my parents. And I grew up kind of hard, and I'm just now getting back on my feet again. And it's, I just don't really, I want to actually do it this time.
Yeah, I see that you'll do it, and it's hard to start setting boundaries now. This is the interesting thing is
Especially
that
because my son is 18 and I want to have a relationship with him at some point.
yeah, and
So I thought it'd be
this is the thing about when you've had all these rough things happen along the line from a younger age is that you're still playing catch up with some things, and there's no wrong or right time. Everybody goes at their own
right.
pace. Spirit is just telling you that you're not behind. You're just right where you were supposed to be. You got these other types of trainings in your life to navigate things the way that it was supposed to go according to your life contract. So, Spirit wants you to stop doubting yourself because there's a lot that you know how to do. And if you initiate what you had to do to survive up until this point, I mean, you're saying you were homeless and all this stuff, it's like initiate
Mhm.
and kind of integrate what you learned on the streets into getting your licensure. Like you have a goal, you're going to get it, you're going to protect it at all costs. That's your territory. You're going to just have at it. That's your goal. Nobody's getting in your way. The boyfriend doesn't get to sleep on your couch. His problems are not your problems. I think that this ex-boyfriend is reminding you of I think he feels more like a father figure to you, and Spirit is reminding you that a responsible father, no matter what, whether it just be a father figure or remind you of a father or an actual father, they need to be responsible. Otherwise, you need to set like good boundaries on them and say no to them. And
Okay.
if he's in your way in any way or disrupting your life, there's a boundary to put down and to do it lovingly. This doesn't need to look angry or mean.
Oh,
There's
exactly. Because I found that more bees with honey.
exactly.
You get a
Yeah.
lot more bees with honey.
Yeah, and you're the queen of the hive, right? So this is your hive.
right.
This is your place. This is your life. And now it's up to you. And I really feel like because now I know there were some things going on with your parents, that Spirit's showing me that they had some hardships. And so
Yes.
you are now able to parent yourself with what you've learned. And wherever you're feeling like
Right.
maybe you need to play catch up or whatever. It's not catch up. You're on the right path. It's just everybody does things differently. And if you were put, if somebody else is put in your situation, and they were asked to do half of the things that are easy and just no big deal to you, they couldn't do it. So Spirit's saying your skill set is just different right now. And now you're working on this other skill set to get your licensure. So keep going with the licensure. Make sure you save your money. Do not give away
The career, I really want to get that license to sell life insurance. I feel like I would do good at it. I feel like I would.
I know that you would do well. Spirit showing me it would be a good match. Now, are you a very generous person? Do you give your money away pretty easily?
Yes.
Okay, Spirit is saying, please stop that because you need that money for you and you need to save. So, Spirit is saying there are going to be some extra costs that will come up with the licensure process that you're going to need savings for. And to be sure that you have that savings and that you put yourself first and then others right now, because you're still needing to really just bank on yourself. And then you can be more generous to others, right? So if you're not taking care of
Okay.
yourself, you can't give anything to anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
that you're going.
noted. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you're going to do very well. It's just about setting some boundaries, and I understand. I'm glad that you're so generous, but Spirit is saying make sure you have enough to give away before you start giving it away,
Okay.
and make sure that your needs are all put into place and you come first, and then you'll be a whole person for another whole person in a relationship. Because Spirit is saying that you do have some time, like 5 to 7 years or so, before you're in a really solid, good, committed relationship where that person is whole enough and well enough mentally and emotionally and even physically to be a good partner for you. Because you're just going to have to deal with these other aspects of life that you kind of missed out on along the way.
Mhm.
And then once those are
Sure.
developed,
Mm.
you do great.
Okay. Thank you. You're making me feel a lot better today, a lot clearer. I appreciate your time.
Of course, I'm so glad that I helped. And if you want to work with me more, you can always contact me on AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com, and I'd be happy to work with you further if that's something you'd like to do.
Absolutely.
It was
Thank
so nice
you.
to talk, and I'm so glad you got a hold of me.
Yeah, me too.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. So the first reading, I really felt like she needed a really clear, concise one topic message for her reading, and the second had a little more. It was more fully faceted with a lot of different categories that I needed to go over. So, gosh, these people who call in, I just have so much love for all the people I do readings on. I'm so happy that I can be generous enough right now to be able to give people free readings on the air, and that I can be helpful in some way. I really do hope that when I do readings, and I know that when I do readings, we are doing a lot of energetic and emotional work, and people tend to really express how much better they feel after a reading. And then I feel better and elated and just so much higher in my vibe after readings when I do them on someone else. So it's a win win in every way. It's kind of like when you do Reiki, the person who's doing the Reiki is also getting the benefit and feeling lighter and brighter and more connected to spirit. And that's really the whole goal of when we do these readings. If anybody's feeling worse after a reading, you really need to kind of regroup or find a new reader. Um, but I do really appreciate everybody who calls in. I appreciate everybody that I work with. I am so happy to learn from everyone who calls in from any walk of life. I have been able to get experience with people who have had substance abuse problems or issues or things that they've dealt with, or when they were dealing with other people who have substance abuse issues. And that's something I never had to deal with growing up. So I really am grateful for that experience now that I can now understand it at a deeper level. I've been able to work with people who are, they're everywhere from like a TV personality or millionaires down to like, people in religious places, and like, people who are like more hidden and not so public. And I just really am so grateful to know and so thankful to know that everyone from every walk of life has significant challenges and trials that they deal with. And it's not just, oh, like this person's worse off than this person. It's like every spirit is uniquely designed to deal with exactly what they've been given with their life contract on this earth. And for me, I feel absolutely elated. And I could not imagine a better experience than to be exposed to all the different personalities and sometimes even personality disorders. Um, all of it is an amazing experience. I am so grateful. I am so happy to be able to have these experiences and to feel more well-rounded in my life, so that when I'm struggling with someone's personality, usually this experience can say, in the back of my mind, I can say, you know what, they're probably dealing with this. This is probably what's going on here. I'm sure that this is difficult for them, more difficult for them than it would be for me. I can step back and have a nice aerial view and have some insight emotionally and really practice developing that emotional intelligence, so that I can really get to know all these different personalities, and spirit has shown me their lives in a way where I can feel it and not just hear about it and maybe kind of, oh well, maybe this is what it's like, or I could imagine what it's like. The beautiful thing that I love about my work is that I am able to literally feel, see, and experience within the reading what that person is going through, what their trials have been. I mean, not down to the last detail, but a lot of the time it feels like I can deep in my heart feel what they go through. I go into such a great place of understanding, and that has enriched my life significantly so that I can not only have deeper, more meaningful relationships with others, but that I can understand boundaries between how somebody else is acting and what my responsibility is, or what my part in that is. And boundaries is one of the biggest, most exclusively unique and powerful works that I've ever dealt with in doing like a life coaching program that I've graduated from, or going to college and getting a degree. And I really just feel like it's incredible, the amazing experience that I've had with people and being able to feel what they felt, or to really see into their lives. So I would love to work with you. There's always more for me to learn, and that I can help you with. So please contact me if you'd like to work with me. Anna, olsenintuitive.com. Instagram at Tiny Medium Queendom. And then TikTok is AO Intuitive. And I can also be reached again on my website, AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com, on the contact page. 2 N's in Anna, OLSEN, intuitive.com. That's my time for today. I love doing readings for everyone who called in. If you missed me today, please try again later, or contact me directly on my Facebook page at Anna Olsen Intuitive, and I will get you in if I possibly can. I am so grateful for you, and I will hopefully see you next week. Thanks.